Ben, you started the day needing 7 wickets quite quickly. You got a couple quickly, but it was tough work, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It really was. I think the lads stuck at it really well, actually. Got to give credit to Wesley there. It was a fantastic 100 by a top experienced player. Thought the way he got through Dorse was pretty impressive. Obviously we had moments didn't quite go our way. We beat the bat a lot. And another day, but I think largely credit to Westley and then later Pepper.
Yeah. I mean, what a day for them to put on a record 6 wicket partnership against Hampshire 215. Not the day from a Hampshire point of view, though.
No, of course not. I think we throw everything at it. Abbo ran in for seemed like hours on end. Dorse went past the bat a lot. There was a bit of spin out there, but yeah, in the end it's pretty tough. To win games with the Kookaburra ball. I don't think it's particularly well suited to this country. It goes ever so soft and the whole pace of the game goes very, very slow. But I was really pleased the way everyone stuck at it. Eddie Jack particularly as well. On debut, they got quick and ran in really, really spiritedly on what in the end was tough work.
I guess you were hoping the wicket might turn a little bit more or might break up a little bit more by now, but it didn't seem to, did it?
Yeah, it was a hybrid surface, so they don't tend to break up as much. I think, as I say, it's more the pace everything happens because it did spin, but the pace it spun is a problem. As I say, with the Kookaburra ball, it just does tend to happen slowly. So, yeah, I'd say credit to them. We stuck at it all day.
There were moments in the game that perhaps you could have sort of put them a little bit more under the thumb, and it was a 157-run lead on the first innings. Could that have been more?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's absolutely a fair point. I think we weren't ruthless enough with the bat. That's a frustration. This week, I thought we got in great positions in the game, but you've got to be tougher in those moments. You've got to be more understanding of the situation you're in. If you've got guys back on the boundary, just take the runs. And I thought if we had a 200 lead, maybe 220 lead, then the pressure in the game is everything, and the side's under a lot of pressure. You get mistakes, and 150, you always think you can get past the score and you get safety. Whereas if it was more, I think that could have helped us.
Some real pluses though. Varma, he looks a pretty serious player, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. A special player. We knew that when we were able to sign him. We've heard he comes with a great reputation and, backed it up. I think the way he was patient, the way he played Harmer on a turning pitch, the left-hander. He's obviously got incredible gears to go to, but he put them away and just played a patient innings. It was pretty impressive. Top 100.
It's a shame he's only around for 4 games, but he gives your middle order some real stability there, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. And, obviously having lost Vinci at that number 4 role to have another senior batter, he's a young guy, but with his ability at number 4 is a real plus for us.
Eddie Jack's first class game for Hampshire anyway, because he's played a couple for the Lions.
Yeah, I thought he did brilliantly. As I say, to run in the way he did all game. He bowled quick at times. That ball to Cox in the first innings, I think, will live long in the memory for him as a wicket to get a top player like that. And yeah, I thought he was brilliant all game. As I say, it's not easy with a Kookaburra ball with getting softer and slower. And he's heavy, he's quick, he can swing the ball. So I think he's got an incredibly bright future.
You've got 3 more rounds of Kookaburra balls yet, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every team has the same problem. So, you've got to try to get into position to win the games. And, I hope you can force teams over the line. But as I say, we've got to be, if we do get in front in games, that's where you've got to be really ruthless because it's going to be pretty tough work at times to bowl teams out twice. So, yeah, we've got to just tighten up on the areas we got wrong.